Record. Nice. So this is our indicator, right? It's called Lux Algo Sessions, right? Nice. Monday. This is the movement of Monday, right? So I want to show you how many things that are, I want to show you like things that happened here. Repeating like, how can I put this one? This English is boring. But no problem. I want to show you something on this market, right? Here on this market, you are gonna be correct with everything. Everything. How do we start trading, right? We start trading by marking the high of London, the high of what? London, right? And the low, right? So in this situation, we do what? We mark only what? The high, right? Right. What does the high have? What does the high have? The high have what we call our relative. In fact, these are even equal highs. Look at this. Equal highs, right? Equal highs, right? What did I say you put your TP?
On the
Yeah, right?
day.
Here or here. Let's take the law of Lambda as this one. Or here, right? When you do what?
Okay.
Here, right? Right. So on this market, you can trade like you did not need to. Who bought the market? In fact, before I continue this, who bought this market? No one, eh?
No.
No one, eh?
No.
No
Thank
one.
you. Thank you. I'm happy we're on the same direction. You see, we're doing same thing. That's what I'm happy of. So speaking of this market, right? The market gave us what? Relative highs, giving us relative highs. The market swept the high of London with a week. So how is it that you guys did not make money here? And how is it that you never had any confidence of selling this market? Because everything was clear, right? The only problem was, look at the problem, right? And I want to tell you something about this problem. The only look at this, how these beautiful equal lows are. I mean, equal highs are. We had one, two. We had even another third touch here. The market took them out. We went to the downside, right? Right. So the problem is the market was just touching inside what? Inside the FVG. And if you don't enter, it leaves you behind. That was only nice problem because you do not expect the market to be perfect always. Right?
Yeah.
If the market were to touch this here, this FVG here, right? If this market were to touch this FVG like this, a bit like this one, let's focus on this one here, a bit like this, and go to the downside and create another one and enters inside it a bit like this. You see, the market is doing the same thing, same thing, same thing. And how is it that we don't enter here and protect here? You see what I'm talking about? This was very
For me, the
beautiful.
stop loss was too big.
Come again?
For me, the stop loss was too big for me. So I didn't enter.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
Come again?
Hearing me now?
Yeah, now I can. Perfect.
Yes, I said my stop loss was too big, so I didn't enter.
Oh, okay, but you understand what happened today, right?
Yes.
Yes, so everything was very clear. Guys, how do we trade? First of all, how do we trade? Very simple. How do we approach our so-called New York session? How do we approach New York session? You mark out the high of London and the low, right? By marking the high of London and the low, you wait for the market to either sweep the high here or the low first, right? If this market were to sweep the low of London, you do what? You get your formation to the upside, right? And what you are looking for is very simple because you're only looking for what? Consecutive. In fact, you're just looking for double break of structures to the downside or to the upside, right? Using what? Smaller time frame, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You understand what I'm trying to say? And yes, sir.
I've got a question here.
Yes,
If you look at last week's movement, ne?
Come again?
Generally, I'm saying if you look at last week's movement, ne?
Yes, sir.
I think from around Tuesday moving forward up to Friday,
Okay.
everything selling. Now, the challenge that I was seeing that was a little bit confusing for me is that
Yes, sir.
every time I would go into my chart, ne,
Yes, sir.
I find that because we're using this indicator, I find that sometimes the liquidity is swept somewhere around three, half past
Nice.
three. How do you
Nice.
how do you go about that one?
So, so let's look at the liquidity. Look at the liquidity here was swept at what time? Quarter past what? Quarter past
Three.
three, right? So
Yeah.
liquidity has been swept at quarter past three, and the time it says half past four, right? Which is why now you must participate on the market, right? It's very simple. You continue
Yeah.
looking for your break of structure to the downside because liquidity have already been swept. Because okay, no
Because
problem. Because if listen to this one before because if
yep,
you were to
yeah,
to to to, to, to if you were to want to buy this market, right?
yeah,
Like, let me not say because how ish English is a problem. I wish we all spoke Swan. Well, no problem. I wish we all can understand this one, but no problem. Let me continue. So listen to this one. If this market were meant to go to the upside, right, was gonna give break of structures to the upside. First indication, the high, beautiful highs, beautiful equal highs have been taken out. And when anytime when beautiful when equal highs or equal lows have been taken out, expect the market to do what? To move aggressively. You understand what I'm trying to say?
yeah.
Yes.
Anytime. So since we participate on the market at half past four, going to the downwards, half past five downwards there, and the market have already collected this, meaning we want what? We are looking what? We are looking for our entries to the downside. Because why? Already, and mind you, this is a very big time frame. It's 15 minutes. It's 15 minutes, 15
Yeah.
minutes, market collected this equal highs here, right? You do what? You look for continuation because why? It's half past four already, right?
Hmm.
And if this market does not go to the downside at half past four and and they collected liquidity like this, you just wait for your double break of structures.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I
So
saw some time there's a
uh,
situation where I think I traded somewhere. I think if it's not last week, it's the week before.
uh,
Liquidity was taken at around half past three.
last week,
Then
liquidity
from
most of
half
the
past,
time was taken before half past four last week. Most of the time last week. Did
yeah,
you? Yes. And that one, hey, I was like, well, no problem. I hope we all traded well last week,
it
right?
was moving.
Come again?
It was moving because when
Yeah,
you,
the market
I'm
was
saying last week, liquidity will be taken, and then you find a situation whereby now around half past four, already immediately half past four hits, you are already down going to the downside and you are almost at your first take profit.
So
Last week was three,
by the time I
was
open
it
my
was a
chart at half past four and I see that liquidity have already been taken out, what I do, I just wanted the fair value gaps to the
Mhm.
downside and I join the trade when it
Okay.
goes to the downside. Simple because I
Yeah,
know
because
we
my
collected
belief here,
liquidity, right?
yeah.
Yes, sir. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. So let's continue with this one. So here, right? This is not rocket science. Yes, we had a gap here. Which gap? Let's mark out the gap. We had a gap here, right? And this gap, the bottom part is the time the market opened this gap and filled it at the same time, right? If this market was not to fill this gap, we're still gonna do what? Expect it to go to the downside. If this market were to not what? To fill what? This gap, right? We're still gonna expect this market to go to the downside to fill the gap. But we filled the gap. After filling the gap, that doesn't mean it is the end of the road. No, no. It's simple. You do what do we do always, right? You start by doing what? You mark the high and the low. By marking the high and the low, you wait for what? For New York session to do what? To either sweep the low first or the high first, right? After it tripped the high or the low, you go to your what? To your 1 minute time frame, right? Going to your 1 minute time frame, you look for what? Double breakout structures to the downside. Or you can say market shift here. Do you guys see what I'm trying to say? And if you have a problem of confidence, right? If you have a problem of no, hey, I can't end. Yeah, what if you do this and this? It's a problem because it means you are trading with money that you're not willing to lose. I like to tell people, okay, this is not related to this, but I like to tell people that buy what you can afford. A person buys something knowing that if this thing, if this thing Yamoshaga or it gets broken, he can never replace it again. So same situation. Fund money that you know that even if I lose this money, even if I lose this money, I'm gonna fund it again. Simple. Simple. And mind you, it is not a sin just to fund the 200 and grow 200. How do we grow 200? Very simple. You get your first FVG, right? You don't enter. By getting your first FVG here, you don't enter, you wait for this one, you enter here, you go full margin. Why? Because I told you these are what? Equal highs. You go full margin on that 200 rand, right? You take it to 1.5, you wait for tomorrow, right? Tomorrow again, you go full margin again. You don't just enter, you wait for specific things. Sorry for that, I was closing the door. You wait for what specific things, you don't just enter, right? Very simple. And look at this. I want to show you this thing. This market is, look how the market touched inside this favorite gap with a week. Look how this market touched inside this favorite gap with a week again. Look how it touched here with a week again. So you see that this market, but anyway, yeah. Is there anyone who have a question? And I see many people are attending, and it's and again, I want to apologize for yesterday again, guys. Yesterday I did not have electricity at all. In the morning when I wake up at 8, my phone was 15%, but we all understand it came back late. So you see what I'm talking about. But it's not a problem. I know
Away the road.
I say, how are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. Sorry to disturb. I just want to ask, ne?
Yes,
Does
sir.
it happen that, like, let's say we are having equal highs or equal lows, and then the market at 3:30 or around 4, it sweep those highs or those lows and never come back?
Never come back to the high, or you're talking about the situation, situation here. Let me show you something. You're talking of this situation here. This situation here, because check this, it was not even 4:30. You're talking about this situation here.
No, like let's say the market would take up those highs, ne? And then we are expecting that market to sell again.
Yes.
And then it doesn't sell, it continues going up. Does it happen, or it's rare for a market to do that?
It happens, right?
Oh, okay. So how can you avoid?
By avoiding, okay, it's
how can you?
Let me cover that one very fast, right? We all know.
I think Friday shows a perfect example of what he's talking about.
Come again?
Friday shows a perfect example of what he is talking about.
I really can't.
It didn't sweep London low, but when it broke London low and reversed into the fair value gap and then continued to the downside.
Yeah, it continue going to that direction.
So let me teach you something here very fast, right? Very fast. Now I'm building soldiers. I want to show you something. Right? So we have our relative highs, right? Since we have our relative highs here, right? You do what? You mark out your relative highs like this. After marking your relative highs like this, you expect the market to do what? To come and do what? And take out this relative highs and go to the downside, right? Right. How do you enter here? What did I say you enter here? Market shift, right? Right. If the market does not give you market shift here, you don't enter, right? And again, this market can still go to the upside, do this, continue going to the upside, right? How are you going to enter here? How are you going to enter a sell here? Is it possible to enter a sell here while you're not getting a double break of structures to the downside? You see what I'm talking about?
Oh,
So, like, make these things to communicate with you. Let this market talk with you. The minute it gives you break of structures to the downside like this here, break of structures to the downside like this, it is giving you what? It is giving you the allowance to end, right? And the minute it gives you break of structures like this to the upside here, how is it that you're gonna sell here? Because you're gonna sell it because of you saw equal highs. No, always make sure you wait for break of structures to the downside on this situation. Because the minute
but
the
Mr.
market can
Worry,
only give you, yes, sir.
no, he's speaking about the continuation. Like if it doesn't take the London highs, how you approach the market. That's what he's saying.
The continuation,
Yes, that's what he's saying. Yeah.
I'm kind of lost there a bit, but please, guys, make it
All
clarity.
right.
We were speaking of this movement here, right? You were saying the
Well,
continuation to, I don't really get, please, can you guys come again?
go
The English to manner where we all
uh,
understand.
go to Friday. Go to Friday. Last week Friday.
Let me go to Friday. Okay, Friday. This is Friday. Yeah,
Yes, it didn't
Friday.
sweep it didn't sweep the London highs here, and it went back into the fair value gap right there, and
This is
head
the
to the
London
downside.
high, right?
Yes,
This is the London high. This
and it
market
leave a fair
started
value
from,
gap. It leave a fair value gap right there
we have a fair value
before
gap.
before heading down. Before heading down, yes, right there.
This one.
Yes,
Okay. This fair
and
value.
when you go to the 1 minute time frame, you see a double break of structure, and I
Okay.
caught that sell to the downside.
Go into 1 minute time frame.
Yes,
That was a very beautiful sale here on Friday. This one, right?
yeah, yes. That
This
was
was
first
very,
view. Yes, yes,
this was very clear, right? Yo, look at this, guys.
yes.
Please learn from this one. This movement here was very clear. Very clear. Look, after we entered inside this FVG here, the market gave us break of structures today. For those who still have a problem with what's break of structure and break of structures to the downside, this is a clear one here. Very clear. And the question was, because we had a question and I did not understand the question. Or it's me, I'm
So the
sure.
question, was if it didn't take the London highs, how you approach the market?
Or if it did not take the London high.
Yes,
So if the market, meaning we does not have a move, meaning we don't have a movement, right? Because the market must take the London high. What is that Friday movement? This is the Friday movement. And here we did take the London high. You see, this is the high of London because this is the highest high during London session. Taking it,
yes.
not have a movement. I really don't like trading this kind of movement. I really even can't. When the market is doing this on the same place, I take it as we
Yes.
don't have. Come again?
For me personally, if it past certain time, I won't trade. I only trade like London, New York session, like London, New York.
Oh yeah. Okay, let me 2
Yeah,
seconds, please. Let me connect the laptop on charge. Yeah. So yeah, guys, the advice I can give in terms of this kind of movement here, look at this. Where is 4:30? Look at from 4:30, it's here. Look at this. Look at this. So can you guys trade this? No, this is not even beautiful. And again, the best way of trading it again, you might look how it came to this low by taking out this low, jump to the upside, right? TP was supposed to be here, but honestly, this movement here was not nice, right? So who else traded this movement? Well, family, let's talk. Let's who traded this movement, guys?
I did.
How did you trade, Maji? How was the movement?
It took me out. The thing is, there's something that I didn't pay attention to. I
Okay.
took a buy on that first week,
Yo.
only to find out there's an FVG on the higher time frame, and then it went down, and then it went up because I had took a buy.
No, you took a buy, right? After you taken out this low of
Yes, I took a buy there,
yeah.
and there was an FVG on a high time frame,
Uh-huh.
hence it's going down. It went back to that week on the 15 minutes, and then it took my direction.
Okay, yeah.
I only picked it up that there's an FVG. I think it was 30 minutes or 1 hour. I can't remember.
So this is 1 minute on the Friday movement, right? Look at this 1 minute. Can you wait for this minutes until here for this market to take to go to the upside? And mind you, look where the TP, I was gonna put the TP here. I was not even gonna do it because the TP is not even too far. You understand what I'm saying? So this kind of movements, hey, I don't really have patience with this kind of movements. No, hey, I got a very. But anyway, thank you again. Thank you, sir. So speaking of today's movement, right? Who else traded this movement and how was the movement? Because I had people giving testimonies of how they're trading, coming to my inbox and saying, who else, guys? In fact, who had a problem here? Let's focus on having a problem. Who had a problem here? How do we start trading this? You mark the high of London and the low. After marking the high and the low, you go to your 1 minute time frame. You want you want what? You want the market to give you what? Double break of structures to the downside. If the market does not give you double break of structures to the downside, you do what? You relax, right? You just watch market playing. Either you trade tomorrow or you wait for a beautiful opportunity. Simple. I hope we understand each other. Very simple. So yes, who encountered the problem here, guys? Oh, Shruti, we all fine, right? Shruti, we all traded well and fine. So yes, so there was someone who spoke about currency strength meter, right? So currency strength meter, I have a video there in the group, right? Speaking in terms of how to trade news, right? So if you want to know how to trade news and how to see the spike, it's very beautiful. The video is there. Watch the video 10 times, backtest using the video so that you see, never trade with currency strength meter using technical and thinking, oh, the power, USD have enough value, then then this means I'm gonna do no, don't mix currency strength meter with technical. Currency strength meter, straight to the news. It's gonna show you how to trade, how to see the spike. It's gonna show you where the market is going. It's gonna show you many things, right? Right. That's how you use your currency strength meter. Never mix it with technical.
Sorry, Hanyanderor. Please also explain to us how we can use on the technical analysis side, how we use the stocks.
Okay, stocks, right? And I still again have the video in terms of how to use the stocks, right? In terms of the stocks open what time? 16:30 South African time.
Yeah.
Yes, meaning it's what in the morning. It's 16:30. It's what time at you at New York? 16:30 is what time in New York?
8 o'clock or 8:30, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
9:30.
9:30. Sorry, 9:30. 9:30.
9:30, eh?
9:30.
Yes.
Yeah.
9:30 New York time. I'm covering those who are, you see? So by that time, when the stocks open, right, you monitor them, right? When they open, right, and they are all green. What does that mean? It means Nasandra will shoot to the upside. They are all green, and Tesla is more than 5, and many more, right? They are all green. Green. Then what's going to happen to Nasandra is going to shoot to the upside, right? Shooting to the upside, if they increase, right? If the numbers percents increase, right? You what? You watch your what? Fair value gap of buy. Simple. And if you open them and the stocks are red, you open the stocks and stocks are red. When stocks are red, right? You expect Nissan trade to do what? To go to the downside. And when it's going to the downside, what do? Sell fair value gaps. On what? Time frame. Very important. 1 minute time frame. Right? Never use 15 minutes time frame using the stocks. No, that's a very big time frame. 1 minute, you trade, you use the stocks, right? Simple. 1 minute fair value gap, you do the, yeah. And for clarity, more clarity, watch the video. The video is there 100 times. Watch it again and again and again and again. And text me if there's any problem. And again, please, guys, don't send VNs. They must not be longer than 5 seconds if you send a VN. Please, please, guys, please. And yeah, that's how we use the stocks. Again, if they are green and Tesla is more than 5, next 100 will shoot to the upside. You get your buy favor gap. I'm recording the session. I will send in the group. If they are red, Tesla is less than 5.
This morning they were all green.
Come again?
This morning they were all green.
This morning they were all green.
Yes.
Yes, and how was the how? So how was the percentage on Nest 100? I mean on Tesla.
It was 11%.
11%, and the market shot to the downside like this.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
When it opened, it was very high, everything was green, but then as time went by, it started going down.
It started going to the downside.
Yeah. When it
That's
opened,
why
everything
that's why it is
was
very
really
important to wait for buy favorite gap. That's why it's very important because you don't just jump and enter because they are green.
Basically trade what you see, right?
Come again?
Basically trade what you see.
I must share what I saw.
No, trade what you see.
Oh, yeah. Trade what you see. Please. Nice. Don't trade what you're hoping must happen or what you think will happen. Trade what you see. There's no 5 minutes, there's no 1 minute fair value gap, and the stocks are green. You don't end. 1 minute fair value that supports a buy and the stocks are green. Nice. I hope we're together and I hope it makes sense.
Yeah.
What matters is what? The fair value gap. All right. Beautiful.
Yes.
Yes. And here, please go back test this movement, guys. We had very beautiful relative highs. The high of London being swept out, like everything was very beautiful here. And we're gonna meet again tomorrow, right? Because we failed to meet yesterday due to, and I still apologize. We're gonna meet again tomorrow. I think this week we'll meet Monday to Friday because we're not even 20% of the group. We'll meet Monday to Friday this week, so that I can accommodate others who couldn't attend this session, right? Whoever have a problem with anything, please text me aside, either with a nice, beautiful paragraph, but not a long VN, please. Because you guys, you send the long VN, I even become lost in the VN. You see, so please. Otherwise, thank you very much for attending the session. Right. Everything is in the group, in the videos. I have many videos up there. If you press that pin, you see there's pin on the Telegram. There's that pin bar up there that shows that I pinned the video. You press it many times. It's gonna show you all the videos bit by bit. You're gonna please watch all the videos, guys. And please keep on texting, keep on sending me the results. That's very therapeutic. Please keep on sending the results and be like, the role, thank you very That's very therapeutic. Please. And let's meet tomorrow, same time, 7 o'clock. Make sure you have questions and everything so that we work on clarity and everything. Make sure that we focus on making money, please. And again, make sure you trade the money you're willing to lose, right? Don't trade the last money. You rather do what? Open a demo and build the confidence and make sure that you are ready for tomorrow. Simple, you see? Right. Our signature, what is our signature? Double break of structure. Simple. That's our signature. You make sure you monitor double break of structure so that you can go what? Full margin. Simple. That's it, guys. Thank you very much for attending. And again,
Okay, bro.
yes, sir.
No, I said, okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. And again, look at the high of Monday. Let's close nicely. So with the prayer. Look at the high of Monday, right? The high of Monday being taken out of the market went to the downside after we took up. This is points of interest. This is liquidity. Even if you were to mark the high of Monday, not the high of Monday. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake. Sorry. This high of Sydney. Yo, I nearly. Anyway, no problem. Thank you very much. I thought it's a high of Friday. Yes, it's a high of Friday. Yeah, look at this. This is a high of Friday. We started by taking it. That's why it's so confusing. We started by taking it out. The market took it out with the gap. Look at where the high of Friday is. But anyway, no problem. Let's go to 4 hour. 4 minutes. For real. Okay, we have less than a minute. Let's meet tomorrow. We still have a lot to talk about. All right, tomorrow we'll start on 4 hour. So that look at why we're going to the downside west part. Let me close this fast, so that you see why we're going to the downside. Look at this. Look where we're going to the downside. Look at this fair value gap here. Can you guys see this? If you make your homework and you go to back test everything, you will see. Look at how this fair value gap is so beautiful. Look, what this was supposed to be your aim after we taken this high here. This is 4 hour. Anyway, thank you very much for attending the session, and I hope I never confused anyone. Whoever is confused, hit my inbox. I'm always there, not with the VN. Thank you very much. Bye, guys.